it turns out all is not lost. The the great tomato in the sky decrees that all is well. I actually have no idea what that's doing up there. I haven't picked up a tomato as far as I recall. But anyway, in messing around, I realized that, you know what, I could move the pieces that were burning. They were just kind of all stacked underneath some stone, and I couldn't seem to move it. But once I got the top layers moved, I was able to move everything over and dunk it in the water down below, and that put the fire out. So yeah, I was able to salvage everything, which means we are going to be rebuilding. So we're just going to kind of move a couple things around. Now over here I did recreate the fireplace. That's one thing I kind of got out of the way. I put some stone together and made that and set that up over here. I think what I'm going to do is kind of build the hut again out over here, and we'll keep the fire away, because literally I was dragging that explosive box probably about just this far away. It was close to my body, and when I let go of it, and it went into the fire. So you don't have to get stuff very close to the fire in order for it to burn. In fact, I could probably just show you. Drag one of these out, and oh, of course now it looks like, but anyway, you can see right about there it's trying to light it, so you couldn't really set anything next to a fireplace without burning it. So with that in mind, we're just gonna go ahead and keep the fireplace probably up over here, and we'll build the hut out this way, and I think that's just gonna be the safest bet. Okay, well, we're pretty much prepped to go, so let's get going with the floor. Now, what I'm planning on doing is I'm building this hut over this kind of sloped sand here, and what I want to do is I want to build basically a ramp down instead of stairs. I was thinking about it and thought, you know what, it'd be better to have some kind of ramp, just like this sand slopes up, because I can run up that, than it would be to try and make these steps. That just doesn't seem to go very well. So let's go ahead and start this thing. And the other aspect of this is I thought I would build a ramp that goes down, and basically if you imagine this continuing over to the left and all the way down to the stone outcropping here, you know, landing about over here, that'll be the main platform I kind of run across when I'm moving through the hut. But I'm going to build a floor above it, and that's going to be probably in this area and next to the fireplace. From about here over to the fireplace will be covered from the rain, and then out this way I think I'll have another platform, and that's going to be where I store things. So I'm kind of going to put the storage above rather than I was trying to put it down in the what was the basement area before. I think we'll just go ahead and put it up above. That way it just kind of puts it closer to my inventory anyway. When I bring my mouse up here, I'll be able to move stuff up into it and back down. Again, not stumble over my words here. And it looks like I may be stuck in this. Maybe I can move this here. Yeah, okay, so let's get this ramp going. Twirl this about. And maybe an angle like so. Let's see if we can get this going. Something like this. That'll allow me, like I said, to quickly kind of run up here and run east to west. And alrighty. Let's see. Rotate this. I'm gonna have to get out from under here. Actually, let's do this. Okay. Get this floor down. So the angle looks decent. I think I will connect it, which means I may need to rotate this a little bit more. I believe I will have to. So let's see here. We'll start back with this guy and just give it a bit more of an angle. Down. Something like that. I'm probably worrying a little too much about how well this matches up, but that's okay. Alrighty, so somewhere along those lines, and this one can kind of even out a little bit. So it's not really connected. I suppose I could do something like this. Okay, let's see how this goes. That works pretty well, but I don't know if I can handle it being uneven at this point right here. I do run faster along this slope, though not by much. Maybe we'll just leave it like that. We don't have to have everything perfect, right? So what do we need? I need to get some foundations for this stuff. I thought that I could just kind of leave some of this, but in playing around a while ago, I had left some things like this without support because I thought, hey, it seems to be working. But once I started stacking stone and other things on it, they started to bend down under, it seemed like under the weight. So I do believe that the support helps. We'll just go ahead and pull those down out of here. And again, I won't use stone for the support, and we'll actually scroll these back one layer. Like so. I want to use the stone for other things, and it's not required as part of the foundation, so we'll just go ahead and save it. And we'll do that like here. And I think we'll do one more, and we'll put it right where the bend is here in this back one layer. Something like that. Okay, there we go. Now we have some support beams. I'll actually space this out a little more evenly. Right about there, so. Cool, so we have our ramp. And like I said, this will allow us to run underneath. We'll do some more support beams where I'm standing, basically on top of these support beams, and there will be a floor right above, probably, you know, from about this area over to the left that will just be for holding supplies, wood and things like that. And then when I come all the way over here, I'll be able to jump up, and over to the left will be kind of covered hut area off of this stone column or whatever this is in the background. So yeah, let's get some more foundation going. Spin this around, bring it to that back layer, just stack it right on top of that, and do that again. Looks like when I pull this out of the I guess this is gonna stack a little weird, isn't it? But when I pull this out of the top, it kind of is bringing it to that back layer that I'm scrolled to, so that's cool. Okay, we want this to go right about here. Lower this guy down. And let's bring out some of the smaller stuff. Looks like I actually don't have any. Have to go bring that out. I just kind of throw things around. I'm kind of a messy construction worker. I just throw my tools about. Alrighty. So I'm gonna need one more for this beam all the way out there on the left to kind of bring it up to that level. I think I'm out of, yeah. That's unfortunate. I guess I could try to make them all this height. The only problem is, yeah, that won't really work, because by the time I get over where I'm at now, my head would kind of bump into the floor. I really do need it at about this height. In fact, a little higher wouldn't hurt. I think it's going to be a little higher than the ground level over on the right, but yeah, that's okay. And then, like I said, we'll have to use another one here. So let's see. Although that got brought to the forefront layer here, so let's make sure these are all where they need to be. Yeah. Okay, something like that. Cool, and then we need to walk on these, so these are going to be actually up at this level. Like so. Rotate this guy. Like that. Whoops. Oh, no joke, I just tried to Control Z and undo that. Yeah, that might not be a bad feature, come to think of it, in this kind of mode. Okay, so there we go. I think the floor is angled down a little bit to the left, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, as we've already established. So let's get this in here. I think something like that should be good. And let's see, yeah, we can get out from under that. We can jump up there without too much difficulty. Granted, this one's supposed to be up here. Okay, this one we can kind of angle and do like so. Oh, you see what I'm saying? Right into the fire. Ay, ay, ay. Alrighty, well, that's fine, I guess. Look at that, it stayed green too. Alrighty, well, that's fine. We really do have a lot of wood, so placing that, yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult. Maybe we don't need to do that. Do we have any more? Yes, we do. So I hate to use so many of these here. What if there's something else I could do? Like, well, I was thinking rather than use this piece here, I could put a block or something in there so I don't have to use a whole big piece of wood like this just to fill a small little gap. I guess I do have stone. If I put those down as foundation on the bottom, I could move everything up quite a bit. Not a bad idea. Of course, I'll have to dig everything out. Okay, let's see. Oh, that fell right through. That's odd. Why did that happen? These aren't on the background layer. Are they? No, they are not. Very strange indeed. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is dig this stone out. I guess we'll just toss this over here. You guys go chill over this way. We've got the fireplace, so the big stone pieces I don't really need to hold on to. And we'll use the small one as well, but let's bring this in here, and this will let me, like I said, will let me bring the wood up by about this much, so I don't have to fill the gap with another huge log. We could save that. Scroll that to the back layer. Okay. Do the same here. Something like that. Now we can bring this guy up and this guy up. Like so. Okay, that's cool. Now we don't have to use any of the wood. Of course, why my block turned on me, I don't know. It's turned against me. Okay. Why did you rotate? Let's just stay here-ish. Oh, curse you. Curse you. What do I have to do here? Do I not have it down far enough? Is that the problem? Let's see about that. Okay, that held better. Okay, cool. So, I was going to grab one more... Where did that block go? This guy. And we'll go ahead and use this one over here. Just to keep things... You know, I like to keep it all looking standard. If I'm going to use stone blocks for 2 of them, I want to use it for the 3rd as well. Cool. Alrighty, so there we go. We've got the base going here. So we'll use this area for storage, and you know, I may bring this floor over to the right a little bit more. And yeah, I guess I could bring this out over to the left more as well. Have some more space. Okay, what else do we have? Let's go look at our supplies. We'll jump over here and see what we've got. So we've got a couple big pieces, looks like 4 or 5 of those. We got some of the smaller ones. Again, we have floating mushrooms and tomato in the sky that I cannot grab. I've tried a number of times. And what do we have down here? More small sticks, driftwood, some stone. Okay. Well, what we'll need is the thatching, right? We do want to get a roof going. I guess we will need the big wood for that too. Let's get a bunch of that put away. Something like this. Okay. Enough to get things going here. We'll try setting this up. Does it fall through? No. Excellent. Cool. Let's get that up there. Get you up there. Okay, now we can start to get to this thatching. Alrighty. Do we have any more down here? Buried. Looks like we do down in here somewhere. I'll have to move all this stuff. Alrighty, well, I'm going to clear all this stuff out of the way and move the thatching over, and I won't bore you with those details. Okay, I've got things a little bit better organized here. I've got some wood up here to craft with, and I've got down below, I've got the thatching, and you can see I even stuck a kind of another support beam out at an angle, allowing me to put this piece out here. So we've got quite a bit of space. So basically, from about where this thatching is over to the left, I'll use for storage, stacking wood, kind of as you see it now, and any other materials, stone, things like that I don't want to carry around. So that means we need to create a structure from here over to the right that'll protect us from rain. Now, if we come over here far enough, you'll see that I actually don't have rain here, and that's because there's some stone all the way up at the top there. You can see there's actually an overhang that we then come out of here. So it's kind of cool because we'll extend an area from here where we're basically protected from rain all the way out to this side, but where it starts again, we'll actually get it covered up. So I think that'll work pretty well. Now what I'd like to do is get some wood placed as a floor. Let me go construction mode, it's a little bit easier. But I don't want that to light, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this. I really want to get it in there, so I think we'll have to go... Okay, so this is actually doing okay here. Well, I barely... like that's sticking out. I'd like to get it to go in further, but... I could move the fireplace, but, well, frankly, I'm lazy. So let's just go ahead and do that. I think that works just fine. And I don't have a smaller piece around here. I do underneath all of those. I know if I try to pick this up, though, all of these will go flying. I'll probably get bumped off of here, and yeah, it's a big mess. So I'd like to be able to separate these, but still have not had any success trying to get these pulled apart. So unfortunately, that's that. Ooh, what do we have here? I wonder if I can separate the grass off of this. Double clicking, left, right, nope. Maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess I could just kind of bury this thing. What I'm thinking is this is a small enough piece that I could use it instead of the other guy over here. Right, let's just set this down a second. So slow running uphill. Okay, so if I take this guy out, and if we rotate this, can I hide the grass a little bit? It's kind of cheesy for me to do it this way, but might just be enough of a ledge to walk along. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I could just kind of jump up on here. It might be easier without this because there is a bit of stone sticking out here. The only thing is that I'd like to be able to not have to jump from here over to the left. This gives me a little bit more space to kind of jump on over, so I think that'll work. We'll go ahead and leave that there. So let's see, we need support. So one of the things I want to do is I want to set a piece here that I will try not to fly on as the background. Oh, it's just too far. That's a bummer. And we'll scroll this to the background. Something like this. Oh, it went into the fire. Curses. No. Oh, boy. How many times am I going to do that? I think we're going to do that a few more times. So, alrighty. Well, anyway, it's not that big a deal. I was going to use that as a background. So let's go ahead and get the support. Although, I'm realizing that the support does need to get started on this side. And this fireplace is definitely in the way. And that was me skateboarding, it looked like. There you go. Grinding here. Alright. Anyway, let's go ahead and move this fireplace. This thing is just so problematic. I should have done this a while ago. Could have saved me from burning a good number of things. Okay. So let's do this. Shake that off. And let's see. I want it to be kind of tall. I'm not sure how well that's going to work. But let's go ahead and do one here. Let's take this one and we'll kind of key it off of this support beam here. And I think I'm going to have to go a little bit lower if I want things to be even. Something like that. Okay, and what can we do here? Now, I don't need wood to support the thatching, so let's see. I could just make this tall. Something like this. Actually, that's supposed to be in the background layer, right? And take this guy, do the same thing. Something like this. And I could keep it as simple as this and just kind of do the thatching over the top, similar to how I had it previously. And that may work out decently. Let's see. So I can kind of start this here and do one of these. Okay, now let's get the rest of them up here. Kind of chuck these in. I need 5 total, so I need a good 4 more of these. Just chuck some more up here. Okay, so if I had 5, I want an uneven number because I like to have one standing up in the middle. So let's go ahead and grab 7. Whoops. Get off of there. Alrighty. I guess jumping is probably faster than running up this thing. Okay, 7. If I do 5... So I think that is about 5 wide. I won't necessarily need 7, but I could come off of the edge a bit more. Out to the left. It's not a bad idea. Okay, let's get this thing going. Something like... That looks about right. We'll kind of do that. Rotate this guy. Maybe like... Probably has to come in a bit, actually. Like that. And... Let's match this thing. Something like that. And... That's about right. And finally, is this going to work here? Is this going to attach? Looks like it's not going to. So I may have to cross this sideways. I hate to do things. I really like things to be symmetrical, though. That's my problem. And this is going to be hard to do with that thing in the way. Let's see. Can I, like, jump and do this? Okay, we're going to try this. Jump and go. There we go. Look at that. Cheat the system here. Okay, so basically what I'd like to do is this, but in order to make that lock, I've got to get these... Why isn't that one not connecting? Why is he being problematic? Bring this guy in. I have to bring all these in quite a bit. Let's see, right about there. These are going to end up crossing pretty much. Look at this, it still won't attach. There we go. Boy. We'll bring it to the front. Actually, yeah, that's cool, because then we can cover up those points. And I think what we'll do is we'll actually then bring these ones back. Somewhere behind. How does that look? That looks cool, I guess. Something like that. There we go. Look at that. We've got a nice tall ceiling in here. It is stopping the rain. That's cool. And then, let's see. I think what we'll do is I may do some wood support beams up there. And then kind of carry it out a little bit over here. And I can actually place these now. There's nothing really keeping me from doing that other than wanting it to look like it's actually being supported. But we can add that later. It's no biggie. Do something like this. Cool. And like I said, we'll get maybe another support beam or two over it right here. Kind of make that look a little bit more legit. And then out here in the open, we'll just kind of get to stack things. And I may put a little edge over here, kind of like a rail to keep things from falling off. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to gather up some driftwood and things of that nature, but it's looking pretty good so far.